Um, okay. Um, okay, so this is probably gonna be my first and only ever vlog I ever do, since I kinda just want to do like one, like a senior one. Um, and I don't know, okay, I don't know how to really say it, but, uh, basically, like, so the other day, last Saturday, it was Saturday, last Saturday. Today's Tuesday as I'm like talking. Um, so basically, I was sent to a mental hospital. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the police, like, I was literally sent to a motherfucking mental hospital. It was fucking crazy. But, well, I mean, listen, I make it sound crazier than it was. It wasn't really that crazy. But basically, what happened was there was like, so a couple days before that, I was getting like really mad. I was kind of like crashing out, as one does. And what you have to understand is how like the Wi-Fi on my phone, it wasn't working. I don't know why. It was just like every time I tried to get it to work, it just literally wouldn't do anything. So I couldn't like do anything on my phone. Like it was basically useless. So I went on my school computer, by the way, school computer, since that's like the only other thing I have. So, so I Googled on my school computer different ways that I could cut myself. So that got flagged as inappropriate or whatever by the school, by like some school guy. I don't know who did it. Some random thing, some random part of the school. Um, but then like days later, a police officer came to my door, or not to my door, to my house. What the hell did I just do? I'm getting off topic. Um, um, so a police officer they came to my door, and my mom went out there, and at first like me and my siblings were kind of just like we were all kind of like scared. We thought that like one of our older brothers did it since they're like either my older brother or one of my older sisters did it because there's usually the people who do it. Like they're usually people that get involved with the police. But no, it was here for me. So my mom started calling me down, and I didn't really know why. I was kind of scared. Well, I say kind of. I was really fucking scared. Um, so I well, I went downstairs. Um, I went downstairs. I went outside, talked to the police officer, and he told me everything that happened. That the school guy he like fucking flagged. He like called the police because I googled one thing. God, I hate this school. But the school guy did that, and then he started asking me, "Oh, did you self harm in the past, whatever?" So since I was really scared, I was like as honest as I possibly could be, which probably wasn't the best idea, but I still did it anyways. So I was honest like the best I could, and I told him the truth that like 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago, it was 2 weeks ago from Saturday. That was like the last time that I cut myself. I was just thinking about doing it that night. I didn't actually do it. I was just googling different ways. But like the night that I googled it, I was just like thinking about it and googling it. I didn't actually do it. But 2 weeks before that, I did do it though. So I told the police officer that. Then he asked me, "What do I use to self harm?" And he told my mom to like go into my room, take it away, embarrassing as hell. And the thing that I did use self harm, it was a fucking razor blade. It was a razor blade, but it wasn't like the cool ones that like everyone uses to like self harm. It was like one of the ones I used for shaving. That's so embarrassing. His mom went upstairs, took that, and then the police officer he recommended to both my mom and dad that they drive me to a hospital, Sparrow Hospital. I don't know why. I still don't know why he told me to go there. Look, I didn't do it. I didn't even fucking cell phone. I don't know why. But yeah, he told my mom and dad to take me to the hospital. They didn't need to take me to the hospital. They really didn't. Okay. So they told my mom that. Then after that, like my mom and dad were like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then the police officer, he said like, oh, you're not crazy for going to you're like, oh yeah, he also recommended told my mom and dad that they take me to therapy or whatever. But he was like, no, just because you go to therapy, that does not mean you're crazy. And he kept saying, no, you are not crazy. You are just a normal little boy. I don't know. But he kept saying some weird stuff. And then eventually he did leave. And my mom and dad, they told me like I have 1 hour to get ready before I have to go to the hospital. Now, at that point, I didn't really understand like the situation. Like, I understand that they would take me to the hospital, but I thought it was gonna be like more like a doctor's appointment that would take like at most 30 minutes. How wrong I was, but basically I got ready. I did everything, um, and then I would go by, and then I go with my mom, and we start driving. Oh yeah, and that's what my siblings. I told some of my siblings what happened, and the rest of them they just were either not there or they were just confused. I don't know, it was weird. But my mom she took me to she started driving me. As she was there, she kept talking to me, and while she was talking to me, it was only then that I realized, oh fuck, I'm gonna be here for like a billion hours. Because she said that one of my older brothers and one of my older sisters went there before, and my older brother was there for like a week before he got out, and my older sister was there for 2 days before she got out. So that kind of fucking terrified me. Part of me there's like half of me that was terrified, then the other half of me that was kind of excited, and it was because I thought that was gonna be like a hotel room where I can do like whatever the fuck I want, and I feel like I thought it was gonna be like a hotel room. I need to clarify. I did not think it was gonna be as bad as it was. Eventually, we get there, and they have me go through like the most terrifying checkup ever. They put those I don't know what they are, but like they put like the fucking like plastic thing around my arm, and then they start like squeezing it. I don't know. If you're like that's what they always do at doctor's appointment. I don't know what the fuck that's called, but they like just put that like weird thing around your arm, and then they oh yeah, it said I weigh 54 kilograms, 54 kg. Is that a good thing? Maybe. I don't know. They use kg for some reason, and I live in the U.S. of A. So most of the time we use pounds. And the last time I was at a hospital, they used pounds, and I was 126 pounds. But that was like 2 years ago, 2 years ago, and now last time I was at a hospital it was 126 pounds. And now I was 54 kg. I don't know if that's lower. Is that lower? Someone please tell me. I'm too dumb. I should have just Googled. Okay, well, whatever. Um, they walked us down the hallway, and I remember specifically, I got to room number 72. That makes no sense to anyone but me. What am I doing? Okay, so we got to room number 72, and they asked me to change my clothes. Change my fucking clothes. I don't want to change my clothes. No, I like these clothes. I wear these clothes like every single day. I know I do, but like, I don't care. But listen. It's like an autism thing. Alright, I like wearing the same exact clothes every single day. I feel uncomfortable. I don't wear. I feel uncomfortable when I wear different clothes. The worst part about it was short sleeve. I hate fucking wearing short sleeves. I actually get so uncomfortable. Oh my god, I get so uncomfortable when I wear short sleeves. It's not because it was any like cuts on my arms. No, they've just been already like healed up at that point. But I just don't like wearing short sleeves. I don't want people to see my hairy ass arms. Um, that actually no, that wasn't the worst part. Because another part about it, we had to wear this like stupid thing on our wrist, like right here. It was like a fucking like a paper bracelet sort of thing. I don't know if people would ever have to do that before. Anyway, it was the most uncomfortable fucking shit ever. I hated that stupid like, paper thing. Okay, so I changed my clothes, um, they put all my clothes into a bag. They also put my phone into a bag. So I couldn't do any of that. My clothes at the bottom of the bag, and on top of my clothes, they put my fucking shoes on it in the bag. It was just like that the entire time we were there. they put my shoes that I've been walking now so like the entire time. They put them on top of my fucking. So after we did all that, I had to go on the bed, and the bed like the room was so uncomfortable. It was like such a small room that we were in. I actually felt so claustrophobic in there. It had like a bed in it and a chair, like nothing else. Watching there was like a table, and there was also like one of those flying TVs, and there was also a bunch of medical stuff. I don't really fucking know, but that was it. So my mom sat in a chair. I lay down on the bed, and the bed was there was no fucking blanket. Like when I first got there, there was no blanket there originally. I had to like ask for a blanket. Thankfully, they actually gave me a blanket though. That's like I'm Gucci with that. I was laying down in bed, and we were kind of just waiting for people to get there. And I know there was a TV, but before we had the remote, home renovation shows. I don't give a fuck about homes. There was one house on there that I did think was interesting. It was like a Barbie dream house in like Chicago or something. That that I like that one. But all the other ones, they look so ass. I hate it. Oh yeah, and also the host of the shows. Oh my god, the host for one of the house renovation shows, he made me so damn uncomfortable. That's such a mean thing to say, but I don't know. But we didn't have the remote, so we were just stuck watching that. Me and my mom, we were both in the room. We were basically just there for like a bunch of hours. It took so fucking long. We arrived there at 2:30. It wasn't until like 4:15, I think it was, that someone actually came into the room. But someone came into the room. They started like asking me questions. Like they were just like interviewing me because like I'm so famous. I know. But they just started interviewing me, asking me a bunch of questions. And then after that, he left, and like the guy left, and my mom walked back into the room, and we were and then we kept waiting there for a bunch of hours. Now, I did have my blanket at that point. That's important to mention. I did get my blanket finally, but like there was nothing to do but sleep and watch boring ass house renovation shows. That's all we did. Oh yeah, and I didn't get any food. I didn't mention this, but like the entire day, like before I was in the mental hospital, I forgot I eat anything. So I was there going like, the entire day without eating, and they didn't even give me food. At 6, sometime at 6. Look, we came at 2:30, like 6 p.m. That someone else came in like after you know what I mean. He started asking me he asked me like two questions, and then he did he did like the thing again where like you put something around your arm, and then you just like press a button, and then it just like squeezes your arm. I don't know, but after that after that he left. But like and then oh yeah, and then at some point during like while we were waiting, some random lady came in, and she made us keep the door open for like the entire rest of the time we were there. So that was kind of weird. But she was like sitting down in a chair right outside the door. I don't know what the fuck she wanted. That's scary as hell. Like she didn't say anything either. She was just standing there. Um, but so at that point we were there for like 4 hours. 4 hours. I remember though. I thought it was gonna be 30 minutes at most. So 4 hours. I was just fucking done. Like I wanted to sleep. I kind of couldn't, and it was the same fucking house renovation shows. There was something around my wrist. I didn't like it. There was like the weird paper thing around my mom. Oh yeah, my mom also. She was also like probably fucking bored as hell. She had her phone, but like nothing else. And the chair she was in, it wasn't like a recliner chair. It was like one of those chairs that you have at like school that you have to like sit in at school. So yeah, she was also fucking uncomfortable. Oh yeah, and I also had to pee in the cup. I remember that. Oh yeah, at some point during it, I had to like, someone came in and they asked me like go outside to the bathroom until they asked me like go outside to the bathroom and they asked me to pee in a cup. I don't know, they're so fucking weird, bro. They had me pee in the cup. I think it was a drug test. I don't know. I don't do drugs. I barely even know what a drug is, but they did that until finally, God, God bless whoever this was. Someone came in, like, well, you know how there was like the random lady like sitting on a chair right outside the door. Well, she took like a break off, and like some other like really fat guy came to take her place, and he sat there for like a minute, but then he like saw how bored I looked, and he like asked me, "Hey, do you want a remote for your TV?" Bitch, why the fuck didn't you give me that sooner? Like he asked me if I wanted a remote. I said yes. And then he also brought me food. brought me like macaroni and cheese. That guy was so fucking nice. Was that like the lady who was sitting there before him? Was that what her job was supposed to be? Like, if we asked for something, was she supposed to get it? Oh my god. So I had the remote at that point. There was only like two other channels on it. One, it was like the house renovation shows, and then the other two were either Family Guy or just like a sports game. I'm not interested in sports like at all, but my mom is, so I just turned on a sports game, and it was one of the games that she actually liked. So you're welcome, mom. I ate my macaroni and cheese, which was for some reason in like a coffee cup. I don't know why. But then they said that there was like a cafeteria. He said that there was like a cafeteria there that we could go whenever we want. Why didn't you tell me that sooner? But he also like asked my mom, "Hey, it's gonna take a couple hours. Do you want us to get like a recliner chair?" Why is the other lady who's sitting outside our door? Why did she not do this? Why the fuck did she? I'm crashing out. My mom, she got my mom a recliner chair, so you're welcome, mom, again. Um, mhm. And my mom also went to the cafeteria, and the food there, it was like good. I liked it. It was a banana muffin. I love my muffins. It was also a turkey sandwich. uh, And then it was also something else which I forgot. My mom got herself a salad. Oh yeah, and also I got water. That was the first drink of water. It was the first drink of water I got in like 6 hours. So yeah, okay. Um, just I think it was like another 2 hours before someone else came in, and then they started. It was two people, two women. They asked me a bunch of questions, and then eventually after they asked me like a bunch of questions, and then after that my mom walked in. And then the woman, they told my mom what I said. So there, and then after that they. Oh no, I was so confused. They told my mom that they would like refer her to like a different hospital or something, but then they didn't, and then they did something else. I don't know. I remember my mom got really annoyed at it. I don't remember what happened exactly though. At this point, it was 12. Skipped to like a bunch of hours later. It was 12. 12:30. I mean, no, not 12:30. It was like 12. It was like 12:10. Then the guy, he comes in there, he does like yada yada yada. And he says, okay, you guys are allowed to check out now. Finally, took like, what? It took 10 hours. Took 10 hours. It took 10 hours to like get out of there. Mind you, I thought it was gonna take 30 minutes. I was not prepared for that. But it was 10 hours. Whatever. We got out of there. Right after we got out, we got fucking Burger King. I love Burger King. Actually, I have the crown still. I have the crown still. Look, this crown. I decided to keep it as a souvenir. I'm so famous. Yeah. I'll sell this one more. Trust me. But we got a Burger King crown. I finally got to take the thing off my arm. So I gotta change my clothes. That was all Gucci now. Um, then we just went home. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Whatever. Story time fucking over. I hate going to mental hospital. I'm never doing that ever again. No, my, I'm never. Nothing else has happened so far. I don't know. My mom might take me to therapy now. I don't really know. Um, but yeah. That was the time I went to a mental hospital. Was that entertaining? I don't fucking know. I just wanted. I think I don't care if you like this or not. I'm just doing this because I like the idea of doing this, and also I don't have any friends. I need someone to talk to about this. So bye 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 bye.